Oh my, we are stuck in traffic. Double talk. When common people speak about traffic, we are referring to a congestion of automobiles on a roadway, especially in a long line and bumper to bumper. This is not what the legal world means when they use the word traffic. We are not taught about this alternative meaning. Let's find out what they mean and how it impacts us. Defining traffic. Traffic means commerce, trade, sale or exchange of merchandise, bills, money, and the like. The passing of goods or commodities from one person to another for an equivalent in goods or money. The subjects of transportation on a route as persons or goods. The passing to and fro of persons, animals, vehicles, or vessels along a route of transportation as along a street, highway, etc. Did you realize that traffic meant the exchange of merchandise? And some of these words you see highlighted, you'll find out have a different meaning. Commerce means trade, contracts, the exchange of commodities for commodities. Considered in a legal point of view, it consists in the various agreements which have for their object to facilitate the exchange of the products of the earth or industry of man, with an intent to realize a profit. In a narrower sense, commerce signifies any reciprocal agreements between two persons by which one delivers to the other a thing, which that later accepts, and for which he pays a consideration. If the consideration be money, it is called a sale. If any other thing than money, it is called exchange or barter. Commerce also means intercourse by way of trade and traffic between different peoples or states and the citizens or inhabitants thereof, including not only the purchase, sale, and exchange of commodities, but also the instrumentalities and agencies by which it is promoted and the means and appliances by which it is carried on, and transportation of persons as well as of goods, both by land and sea. The term commerce means trade, traffic, commerce, transportation, or communication among the several states or between the District of Columbia or any territory of the United States and any state or other territory, or between any foreign country and any state, territory, or the District of Columbia, or within the District of Columbia or any territory, or between points in the same state but through any other state or any territory or the District of Columbia or any foreign country. Citizens are not speaking of we the people, but rather are subject to the state. And I have a video on citizens versus we the people that helps explain that for you. Instrumentalities and agencies are terms that refer to corporations. Trade means the act or the business of buying and selling for money, traffic, barter. The business which a person has learned and which he carries on for procuring subsistence or for profit, occupation or employment. A line of work or a form of occupation pursued as a business or calling, as for a livelihood or for profit. These are all commercial terms. Person definition. In general usage, a human being, in other words, natural person, though by statute, term may include a firm, labor organization, partnerships, associations, corporations, legal representatives, trustees in bankruptcy, or receivers. Now, in the legal world, include means to confine within. In other words, when it says include, it means it excludes the other definitions. So when it says by statute and include, it only means firm, labor organizations, partnerships, associations, corporations, legal representatives, trustees, etc. These terms are all in the public realm. Corporation means an artificial person or legal entity created by or under the authority of the laws of a state or nation, composed in some rare instances of a single person and his successors, being the incumbents of a particular office, but ordinarily consisting of an association of numerous individuals. Such entity subsists as a body politic under a special denomination which is regarded in law as having a personality and existence distinct from that of its several members. So remember, the definition of person was a corporation. Corporation means an artificial legal entity having a personality. Driving and driver. Driving means to urge forward under guidance, compelled to go in a particular direction, urge onward, and direct the course of. Driver in the legal world means a person actually doing driving, whether employed by owner to drive or driving his own vehicle. So for example, if you work for Coca-Cola Corporation and you're delivering goods for them, you are a corporate employee and they provided a corporate vehicle for you to drive to make their deliveries. If you work for Pizza Hut and you are a pizza deliverer, then you are employed by the corporation, but you are driving your own vehicle. So you're still on corporate business. License means leave, permission, authority, or liberty given to do or forbear any act, to permit by grant of authority. Driver's license means the certificate or license issued by a state which authorizes a person, remember what person means, to operate a motor vehicle. Generally, a written and driving examination is required for obtaining such. Why do they use the term motor vehicle and person rather than natural person, people, or automobile? Authorize means to give a right. Vehicle definition. Vehicle means that in or on which persons, goods, etc. may be carried from one place to another, especially along the ground. That which is used as an instrument of conveyance, transmission, or communication. Term refers to every device in, upon, or by which a person or property is or may be transported upon a highway. Here is a comparison between the four terms vehicle, traffic, transportation, and person. All four of these terms are commercial terms. They are in the public realm. Vehicle is referring to every device, not necessarily an automobile. Traffic means commerce or the exchange of merchandise. Transportation is talking about the movement of that merchandise. And person is referring to an entity, a thing. It can include labor organizations, partnerships, associations, corporations, legal representatives, or trustees. It is not specifically talking about living human beings. The shocker. Corporations are subject to regulation by the state legislatures by statute. The term person in the legal world is used to refer to corporations. Government documents will identify a corporation by putting the name in all capital letters. Example, John Henry Doe, every letter will be in capital form. Pull out your driver's license and you will notice that your name is in all capital letters. They are treating you as if you are a corporation in the public realm. That way they can regulate you. If you do not rebut it, then you are consenting to it. Government can only regulate that which they create, such as corporations. Government did not create we the people. We the people created government. Are you a corporation? Statutes means a permanent rule established by an organization, corporation, etc., to govern its internal affairs. An enactment made by a legislature and expressed in a formal document. This is Public Law 89-564, which was enacted September 9, 1966. Under Section 402, it's entitled Highway Safety Programs. Each state shall have a highway safety program approved by the Secretary designed to reduce traffic. Remember what traffic means. It means commerce, accidents and deaths, injuries, and property damage resulting therefrom. Such program shall be in accordance with uniform standards promulgated by the Secretary. Under Section 404, it says National Highway Safety Advisory Committee. A1. There is established in the Department of Commerce a National Highway Safety Advisory Committee composed of the Secretary or an officer of the department appointed by him, who shall be chairman, the Federal Highway Administrator, and 29 members appointed by the President, no more than 4 of whom shall be federal officers or employees. Now, why was the Highway Safety Program put under the Department of Commerce? This is the Texas Transportation Code statute. Notice it says Title 7, Vehicles and Traffic. So remember, traffic means commerce. Under Subtitle B, Driver's Licenses and Personal Identification Cards. Chapter 521, Driver's Licenses and Certificate. Subchapter A, General Provisions. Under number 3, it shows Driver's License means an authorization issued by the department for the operation of a motor vehicle. The term includes. Now remember, the word include means to confine within. It excludes everything else. A temporary license or learner license, and B, an occupational license. Occupation is one's regular business or employment. So that's a commercial license. Under Section 6, it shows license means an authorization to operate a motor vehicle that is issued under or granted by the laws of this state. The term includes A, driver's license, and B, the privilege of a person, which means corporation, or trustees, to operate a motor vehicle regardless of whether the person holds a driver's license. We, the people, operate by right, not privilege. I encourage you to look up your own state's transportation codes. Rules against our liberty don't apply. In Miranda v. Arizona from 1966, the judgment concluded, where rights secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. That's referring to a statute. In Marbury v. Madison from 1803, it states, all laws, rules, and practices which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. In summary, traffic, vehicle, transportation, and driver are all terms relating to commerce in the legal realm. In statute, person does not refer to people, but instead business entities such as corporations and government trustees. Person is a commerce term. Are you a business entity or trustee? Licenses are permission slips granted by the government to allow trustees or business entities to move themselves or their goods along the highways. The Department of Public Safety was placed under the Commerce Department. Commerce is the exchanging of goods and services between businesses and government entities, which is the public realm. Did the Department of Motor Vehicles ever inform you that as an individual in the private, you are not subject to these licenses and fees? Did a lawyer or attorney ever tell you this? Did a legislator ever tell you this? Does the police ask if you are on private business or commercial business if they pull you over? No to all. Remember, all political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit. That's from the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, which would apply to all states. We are stuck in traffic and didn't even know it. We, the people, operate in the private realm, not the commercial realm. This is definitely not a benefit for we the people. It's time we start demanding some explanations and corrections from these entities. They answer to us. We do not answer to them.